Hey guys, over the weekend I had a huge revelation. My mind was definitely expanded in ways it hasn't been before about a topic that I thought I understood. I don't want to say fully because I know that's impossible, but I thought I had a good enough handle on it to understand its full capacity, but I didn't. Of course, this is what's so beautiful about the spiritual journey is that we start to learn how little we actually know, and it's very humbling and all of that great stuff. On the weekend, I was shown two past versions of myself. One of a humpback whale from another planet, and me as a shaman it felt like a South Pacific jungle. And so these were shown to me because it's time for me to integrate the strengths and talents from those and the wisdom from those particular lifetimes into this particular lifetime. And I always thought that we somehow had that already embedded in our DNA somehow, like we would choose certain lifetimes that would be brought forth in this one that were necessary to help us expand and grow and continue on in our journey in certain ways where those certain skill sets and wisdom would be useful for now. But I didn't think or conceive of the idea that you could actually pull on them when you're ready from other dimensions and realities and start encoding your DNA with it right now. So it's almost like you have a choice to actually activate those and download them into you now. And that's what I actually went through. I went through a union ceremony where I started downloading all of the wisdom and those strengths and talents into this current lifetime, body, existence, whatever you want to call it. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had on a very metaphysical level. The whale that I merged with was female and was so beautiful and strong, and I believe this is why my light language, as some of you know if you're in my Telegram channel, I got activated on the weekend once the merging of these two past lives came through. On top of, I also merged with the sky. I'm going to go into more detail of that on a podcast coming up where I do a solo soon. But the whale sounds, the underwater being sounds, the sonar kind of sounds, as well as the jungle sounds, because there was a lot of jungle tones in my light language that I posted in my Telegram channel. And what I'm realizing from this whole experience is that our DNA is made up of, a lot of it is memory. And when we actually go into those past lives and pull them forward, we're literally downloading more memories into this particular life. And the reason why I'm saying all this and sharing this with all of you is because I'm starting to understand that when we're on a path and we're meeting certain critical junctures where we're going to take a right or we're going to take a left or we're going to go up a very steep mountain or hill, where we're going to start needing to draw upon certain strengths to achieve what it is that we want to achieve. When we start to make those choices, we may not be certain that we have the full capacity or the certain talents already in place. Like we may have some, and a lot of it's just taking a risk on you. It's about believing in yourself. But when you believe in yourself and when you take that risk on yourself, what I'm discovering is that you get more access, or you at least create this thinning of the veil and ability to, for lack of a better word, reach into the past and start downloading what it is that you need at this time to be successful in what it is that you want to achieve, create, do, pursue, whatever it is. And I think this is extremely important to recognize that just because you don't know what you're going to be capable of in the future, if you feel that calling deep within you and you feel that resonance and you don't exactly know how you're going to pull it off yet, but you know that there's a part of you that believes you can pull it off, and you've got to go for it. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to be willing to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit, right? Like, I watched that movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. You know, it was mentioned to me to watch it, and I just so happened to decide to watch it after, literally an hour after doing this merging ceremony with my past whale and past shaman self. And in that movie, it literally talks about downloading all of these hidden strengths and talents from other past lives that have ripple effects into this lifetime. When you download them and you use them, you're affecting that lifetime as well. Like, it's so wild that I watched that movie just after doing this, merging ceremony. And I got to tell you guys, I feel completely different. I feel like a brand new person. I know that I'm able to access certain things now that I wasn't able to access, and they're going to continue to come out because I've chosen to bring those parts forward. And I maybe didn't consciously know I was pulling those things forward until it was actually happening, but there was this deep part of my soul that was yearning for what it is that I'm going to be pursuing now in my dreams, that calling this forward was a necessary step in moving forward in the way that I want to. It's like my past versions are answering the call to support me now. And you can do that. You can call on those past versions of yourself to support you now. So I want you guys to really think about that and think about, like, okay, if I'm ready to say yes, do I trust myself do I trust myself enough to know that I will be able to call on those past versions of myself? Because I promise you, there's some past version of yourself that has what you need in this lifetime if you don't already have it yet. And call on that and merge yourself. And merging yourself is such an act of union with your dream, with the truth that calls upon you, okay? To merge yourself to the call so that you don't just answer it in doing stuff. You are being the call. And this is something I would really like you guys to sit with and consider. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this before, if you've had this experience. I'd love to hear about it. But all I know is that I've somehow downloaded these parts of me through this beautiful merging ceremony where we became one. All three of us are one. And there's another aspect, but I'll get into that later, that is now like giving me so much stamina and strength and courage and tapping into parts of me I didn't even know were there. And it's exciting. And this journey is so underestimated. We really don't know what is actually available to us until we actually say yes. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to yourself. Believe in yourself enough to go for it, because there's way more available to you that you can access than you truly know. Guys, I love you so much. If you need any more information about me, head over to my website, NicoleFrolic.com. Don't forget to check out the podcast tomorrow with Consuelo. It's going to be mind-blowing. You're going to love it. She puts me under hypnosis like this, and the answers that I got were like freaking me out. Like, what a revelation. And of course, if you're not already, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and you want that light language thing, go over to my Telegram channel and you can listen to it there. I love you. Have an amazing evening, guys, and I'll see you in the live chat tomorrow for the podcast.